I finished reading the book Supercommunicators by Charles Duhigg, the author of The Power of Habit. So today I'm happy to share my short personal review with you. First important point. I'm happy that the topic of communication is brought into the light and that there's the whole book about it. So I feel like we tend to underestimate the importance of communication. And what I liked about the book is that it's showing us how challenging communication with others can be. And when we say communication, it's not just one skill. Actually, it's a set of different skills that we need to practice so that we can become better and better when it comes to communicating, collaborating with others. Second point, if you love stories, then definitely this book might be for you, because you can find stories about Netflix. So if you read Netflix book No Rules, you might be also interested in the story that is included in Charles Duhigg's book. You may also enjoy the story about the Big Bang Theory TV series, and about its first attempt to going live. I do enjoy reading at least some of those stories, because they extended my perspective on some of the things I've learned about new things. I've learned that very important topic in agility. So once again, it's important to close learning loop and do not close initiatives, do not kill ideas just after the first attempt. Experimentation, learning by doing, asking for feedback, trying to act on the feedback. This is something that I love. I believe we should do it, and I feel it was included in the book. Finally, I feel like the ending of the book is also a pretty important message. So it's not obvious. If you are looking for the answer how to truly become super communicator, clear algorithm, dun, 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 spoiler alert, um, it's a journey. It's a journey, and I have to say that at first I was a bit hesitant, but in the end, I'm happy that the message is it's a journey, it's a learning journey, and its journey is related to important part of our lives, to our perception on the world, and to us as human beings in general. What I found at least a little uncomfortable is actually related to what I just said. So, definitely the author is speaking a lot about the context of US. So some of the stories, some of the topics might be difficult for everyone in this world to understand. Why? Because I believe we have, for instance, significant differences when it comes to law in Europe and in US. So I'm located in Poland, Europe, and some of the stories were not super easy for me to relate to, because I've never been in the United States. I haven't lived there, and I believe you need to to better understand why this particular topic is so important, why it was such a big communication challenge, you might need to better understand life in the US. Second point, I appreciate the attempt of trying to look at the subject from different angles, and there are some references to research. Definitely feels like the author Charles Duhigg conducted a lot of interviews and tried to combine the knowledge to share something valuable with us, with you, with me. However, this is not for me the greatest style personally when it comes to writing a book. I was missing more references to actual research, and I would call it point 2B when it comes to my challenges with this book. I feel like although it was broad, it was also not including some of the very important parts of the knowledge that we as humankind already possess. Even short references to existing ideas, like, for instance, nonviolent communication, would be appreciated by me. I missed that in the book. And last but not least, while I believe the book might be a pleasant read for the ones who love stories, it might be also difficult, challenging for those who are looking for a clear guidance. So I feel there was some effort to bring a structure to the book. At the same time, it has this idea with opening a lot of threads, a few at least at the same time, and then you are gradually closing with the author. You're following the storyline, and you're closing those threads. And because of that, it might be difficult to read the book like page by page and just stop anytime, because you suddenly, if you have to stop, you may find yourself in a few threads opened. And because of that, I believe reading chapter by chapter, like full parts, will be much better. And obviously, because of that, if you are just looking for the guidance, you might look for something more comprehend and something more focused on, here are tools, techniques, ideas, because this book is not of this style. Some people may enjoy it. Some people may feel too many stories, while I'm looking for actual action items, actual piece of advice, what I can do to become better. So finally, I believe it was a pretty pleasant read when it comes to a pretty good lecture when it comes to those new stories, and I chose English version, so I love the language. From time to time, I had to check the meaning of the words, which is nice. It was a nice exercise for me. But at the same time, when it comes to communication, I wouldn't call it something, the book, the resource that I would recommend everyone. to read. So my final message is, personally, I'm not going to put this book on my shelf of strong recommendations. Most likely, I will come back because indeed this topic is important. I don't think I've learned anything significantly new because I'm interested in the topic and I try to read and expand my knowledge. At the same time, I'm grateful for reminding me there is a long journey between understanding and actual applying knowledge. So for me, this is a great reminder of how much I know in many cases when it comes to communication, and how tough it is to actually implement the knowledge in my professional and personal life. So if you are looking for more tips, tricks, inspirations, resources about the communication, let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you read the book, please share your ideas. If you want me to elaborate more, if you want me to publish more resources on communication, let me know in the comments. Bye.